Hey guys, it's Miss Emma again. I hope you guys are staying safe inside and having fun and really learning from these videos. So today, since you guys are still learning about the solar system, I'm gonna give a little demonstration that's gonna show how the solar system was formed. We're gonna talk about the accretion process, and we're also gonna talk about which planets are the rocky planets compared to the planets that are the gas planets. So let's get started. Okay, and for today's demonstrations, you're just going to need a few materials that you can find around the house. So you're going to need a plate, just some water. I just put mine in a cup from the sink just so it's easier to pour into the plate. You're going to need some pepper, and then you're also going to need some sort of detergent. So I got laundry detergent just because I had easier access to it. You can also use dish detergent or anything. So, Alright, so this experiment won't require anything major for us to do, but for safety purposes, you still want to make sure that you ask your parents for permission and make sure that they're okay with you using these materials around the house just in case. Alright, so to start this experiment, you're going to take your water and you're going to pour it into the plate, and you don't want to overflow it too much or anything, you just kind of want to cover the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, now that I've done that, we're going to grab the pepper. So the pepper actually represents the rocky material. So what we're going to do is we're just kind of spread the pepper. Okay, and once you have your water in the plate, you're going to take your finger and you're going to start to swirl the water. So you just want to make sure it's got a steady swirl. And then once you see it swirling enough, you're going to take your pepper and just kind of sprinkle it in. And you'll see that it starts to move along with the water. And then you can take your finger and put it in again just to kind of see the pepper swirl. And this pepper represents the rocky material from our planets and our sun. As the water and the pepper start to settle, you'll notice the larger particles settle towards the center. And this is actually the accretion process. And the accretion process is when solids started to form larger and larger objects, and then these larger objects eventually turned into planets. And this process is a very effective and fast process because I had to create a whole planet during all of this. So as the heavy materials come in towards the center represents the sun. This is where the rocky planets are. So the rocky planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are the planets that are closest to the sun, and these planets are made up of rocks and metals. The surface of these planets are solid and have an iron middle. These planets rotate much slower than the gas planets, and the gas planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So the gas planets are farther from the sun, and they're actually much bigger than the rocky planets. And with the gas planets, you couldn't stand on them because they're made mostly of gas. They do have a rocky or metal core, or some of them do, but most of their mass is gas, so you wouldn't be able to be steady on them. So, okay, and the next thing we're going to do is going to represent what happened when the sun ignited. So you're just going to take your finger and dip it in the detergent, and then you're going to carefully bring it over to the center, and when you drop it in, you can see that that pepper clearly spread out. So that's what happened when the sun ignited. The gas planets actually got pushed away, and this is what the dish soap is representing. And then that's how we got our solar system that we know of today, with the rocky planets in the middle and then the gas planets that are all around the outside. Okay guys, so I hope through that demonstration you learned a little bit about how the solar system was formed. We just did a brief overview, and then I hope that you also learned the difference between the gas planets and the rocky planets and which ones are which. I know sometimes it can kind of be confusing, but if you learn the order of the planets with the mnemonic, I remember ours was my very excellent mother just served us 9 pizzas. So you got my very excellent mother, which is going to be the first 4, which are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and these first 4 are your rocky planets. And then the just served us 9 pizzas is going to be the ones that are farther away, and that's Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then Pluto, if you consider that a planet. So those are going to be the gas planets that are farther away from the sun. So I hope that that's an easier way for you to remember that, and just remember to stay safe inside, and I will see you guys in the next video.